Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Dear students, Assalamu alaikum to all of you. I hope that you all are fine, happy, and fresh. This is your science teacher, Muhammad Mashood Khan, and today we are going to discuss about plants and photosynthesis. So, question number one is why we would die without plants? So, the answer is we will die without plants because they are part of our food cycle, and also when green plants make food, they give off oxygen. This is a gas that living things must breathe in order to stay alive. So without plants, we will die. So there are two reasons that why we will die without plants. The first reason is that when plants make their food, they give off oxygen. As you can see in the picture, the plants, by the process of photosynthesis, they make their food, so they give off oxygen which we breathe in. So this oxygen is the most important component for life on earth, because without breathing in oxygen we cannot survive. And the second reason is that the plants are the part of our food cycle. If plants will be missing, this food chain will not be completed, food cycle will not get complete, and ultimately we will die. How? Just like, if let's suppose that if there were no plants, then what would have happened? Because animals feed on plants, birds take food from them also. So if there will be no plants, animals and birds will not survive. When animals and birds will not survive, it means that there will be no food for humans also. So when there are no plants, we cannot eat vegetables, we cannot take any fruits. When there will be no plants, animals will not eat the plants, there will be no grass, there will be nothing to eat for animals, so animals will die. So ultimately, for humans, there will be nothing to eat. Most of the things will not be there for humans for their food. And the most important thing is then oxygen. If there will be no oxygen, we will die, because if we stop breathing in, we will get die. So this is the reason why we say if there will be no plants, there will be no life. The next question is, what is photosynthesis? So the process by which green plants use sunlight to synthesize nutrients from carbon dioxide and water. Photosynthesis in plants generally involves the green pigments chlorophyll and generates glucose and oxygen. So shortly, if we say photosynthesis is a process by which plants make their food. As you can see in the picture, that the plants absorb carbon dioxide and water in the presence of sunlight, and then the process of photosynthesis happens, and then they give off oxygen and it make glucose, or we can say sugar. So photosynthesis is a very important process for the life of plants. If there is no photosynthesis taking in plants, the plant will get dead. And the most important ingredient for the photosynthesis is the sunlight. In the presence of sunlight, carbon dioxide and water is absorbed. If there will be no sunlight, even the plants absorb carbon dioxide and water, but still the process of photosynthesis will not take place. So the process of photosynthesis is a very important process for plants' life. The next question is, how water and food is transported to all parts of the plant? The answer is a network of veins spread through leaves. These veins are made up of xylem and phloem tubes. Xylem tubes are the one which carry water into the leaf, while phloem tubes carry food. So this is a very internal. If we go deep into the plant and we think that how, when the roots absorb water and minerals from the soil, how this water and minerals or the food is spreaded in the entire plant. So if we go into the depth, we will get to know that there are a chain of vessels or tubes, which we call them as xylem and phloem. Xylem takes water to every single leaf of the plant, and phloem takes food to the plant. Now, if we take the leaf of it, you can see there are a, a vein, there are veins which are spreaded in the leaf. So these veins are basically xylem and phloem. Next question is, what is the difference between chlorophyll and chloroplast? So chlorophyll is the food producer of the cell found in green plants. They are present inside the chloroplast. Chlorophyll plays a vital role in turning plants green and healthy. Chlorophyll is found in the mesophyll cells in green plants' leaves, while the chloroplast is a unique organelle found in all green plants and is the location of the photosynthesis to occur, where the green plants can convert sunlight into chemical energy. The chloroplast is found in the dense fluid part of the chloroplast. So the basic difference between chlorophyll and chloroplast is that the chlorophyll is the food producer, while the chloroplast is the location where the photosynthesis occurs. And the second thing about chlorophyll and chloroplast is that chlorophyll is found in mesophyll cells, while chloroplast is found in the dense fluid part of the chloroplast. The next question is, how does the shape of leaves help them to do their job? The answer is, leaves are well adapted for the function they perform. Their broad, flat, thin shape provides a large surface area ideal for absorption of carbon dioxide and sunlight. So as you can see from the figure that the leaves are thin, broad in shape, which are more visible, which are more clearly outside for for the sunlight, so they can absorb maximum sunlight and carbon dioxide. Mostly you will see that the plants are the leaves are having a shape which is thin and broad, and it is outward. So when the sunlight falls on the leaves, so maximum sunlight is absorbed by the leaf. You can see in the picture it absorbs carbon dioxide and water, and then the photosynthesis occurs and it gives, and then the photosynthesis occurs and it gives glucose and oxygen. So the next question is, what is starch test? So starch test is a test for the presence of starch in which the sample turns blue-black in color when a few drops of potassium iodide solution is placed on the sample. Supplement the reaction is due to the formation of polyiodide chains from the reaction of starch and iodine. So starch test is basically taken out to check out whether the plant is having the process of photosynthesis or not. If the solution is turned into blue-black, it means that there is starch present inside the plant and the process of photosynthesis has taken place in the plant. If the starch test is failed, the solution doesn't turn into blue-black, it means there is no starch in the plant. The next question is, what happens to glucose? In the process of photosynthesis, we learned about that the glucose is produced by the plant. So what happens to that glucose? So glucose is a type of sugar. It is the food made by plants during photosynthesis. A plant can use the glucose in many ways. The first way is, some of it will be used to produce energy. Then some is joined up with minerals from soil. Nitrogen, for example, is joined with glucose to make protein. Plants need protein for growth. And some joined up with minerals from soil. Nitrogen, for example, is joined with glucose to make protein. Plants need protein for growth. It is repeated once again here. And you can see in the picture that the plant is growing. You can see a picture of a growing plant, so it need some energy to grow. So from where it can get this energy? It gets this energy from the glucose. Glucose is converted into protein and some other necessary energies which plants need for growth. I hope that you have understood this all, and if there will be any question, then definitely you will ask me. Thank you and have a nice time.